Music and entertainment has always been about the party. So part of the thing that's kept me in the industry has always been the live, the loud, the party, the experience. The brand was built on when you go out and have a few drinks with a few friends, the night gets louder and louder and louder until you get to a point when you've had enough to drink for the night. Then you tend to go past McDonald's on the way home or buy a Pizza Hut or something, get greasy food, then go to an after party and it just gets louder. So we kind of floated that idea to the market, which is what brought the current venue about the way it is.
Well, I think that, focusing on creating a professional space, because all I've done, I've created the wheels for live music. It's now live music, musicians to actually come on board now and just use these wheels to fucking show the rest of Australia what the fuck's going on, to show that that we are very much part of the big picture here. What do? I'm Craig Peterson. I'm one of the owners, my wife and I, Alexandra, and we run a live music venue. This is its entity within itself now. And if it wasn't for live music, I'll be fucked, broke, and living in a humpy somewhere.
The community response has been fantastic. As soon as people were able to come and see shows, they would. As soon as people were going to see shows that were booked and then cut off during shutdown and then rebooked, they were really easy to move across. When we initially reopened, people were revenge spending. It was fantastic. They would come out into the venues, they would think I've been locked down for so long, and throw cash across the bar, and they'd want to tip everyone, and they'd do everything within they could to support the venues. Now, yes, that tapered down when everyone realized I've been locked down for a month and don't have the money that I normally have. But we've seen that increase. We've seen the support from the local community increase, and we've seen a lot of avid entertainment goers come back out and continually come out and not just support us, but support bands. They purchase merchandise, and no one is really trying to squeeze you for a dollar. Everyone's happy to spend and everyone's happy to contribute to a supportive environment, which has been great. I have never seen people come to a venue and not try and get something for free or get something for half price, ever. So people come out and they're happy to try and support and contribute in whatever way they can. And it's also good for a lot of the bands that come through. They constantly get to advertise. They've got sold out gigs. All ticket revenue that's made goes towards the bands as well. So the venue doesn't retain any of that. And that helps the bands obviously develop their own careers during a time when it's otherwise hard. Where it becomes conflict for us is we still have to keep separation as far as meterage for people sitting down. So although we can go to one person per 2 square meters or one person per 4 square meters, however it breaks up for the venue, although our square meterage for the venue is fine, I still have to keep you 1.5 meters apart on a table, which doesn't allow for me to have any more guests in the building down here.
I think that the pandemic has actually given me a zest to want to make sure that it survives, especially when you've been told you're non-essential, tagged with that horrific word. And now all of a sudden everyone's thinking that how important art is to the well-being of humans on the planet.
The worst part would be the initial shutdown. It was hard. Like when we first went to shutdown, it was horrible. We had to stand down over 100 staff. And telling people that they no longer have a job, and 90% of my staff are students. Right? They're not career hospo people. They don't earn great salaries. They get paid hourly. They work 20 hours a week, then a couple of $100. Now, to tell one of these kids that lives out of home, that has bills to pay, that $300 or $400 a week, of which $300 is rent, that they don't have a job at the moment, is hard. The amount of sound engineers, roadies, support acts, and people that generally back up the industry is huge. Taking that away has a drastic effect on a number of other industries for millions of dollars a year in revenue that these people generate, and they strictly deliver to venues, or they strictly support venues. So that sort of negative impact has had a ripple effect that we'll see for a very long time.
I think that Lazy Bones will survive. I hope. Yeah. We're not. I mean, I'm not going to sell it. I hope. I would be very proud to be part of something that has longevity, or has has life, and to give to Sydney-siders and Australia in general. Yeah. I hope that we come together as humans and get it, and how important it is for us to just start. Unfortunately, the pandemic doesn't allow us to hug each other, but just to somehow find a common ground and start communicating with each other.
I don't think people should be afraid to come out and see a band, ever. I think the more you can come out and see your mates perform, or even just come into a venue on a Friday and Saturday night and see what's playing, you would be surprised at the amount of people that come through, that perform, and then you go, they're actually really good, I want to go and see them, and you start avidly supporting a band. That doesn't happen unless people get out, and unless people are, actively trying to go out and see entertainment and be part of the community. Now, I'm not saying you need to go and buy tickets to a live theatre show, but anything you can do to sort of test the waters, you'd be surprised what you can see, what you can like. So the more people are happy to do that, the better not only our industry will be, but the community will be as a whole.
I hope that this is the catalyst for change, because it can't be about the money. For the future of humanity, it's about the whole thing, all of us to come together and work together to achieve that ultimate goal, to live on this planet.